There's a moment when silence speaks louder than noise. When the gym floor echoes with more than iron, it echoes with purpose. Every drop of sweat, every breath of exhaustion, every pulse that beats through your veins is not just effort, it's evolution. You didn't come this far to be average. You didn't wake up to stay the same. You came here to transform, to forge yourself from the inside out, to become something the weak cannot even imagine. This is the pulse of power, that invisible rhythm inside you, the one that grows stronger every time you refuse to quit. Every rep you lift, every second you push beyond comfort, you are feeding that inner fire. It's not about how heavy the bar is, it's about how unbreakable your will becomes. Because strength isn't born in the light, it's forged in the dark, in the early mornings when no one's watching, in the nights when you feel too tired to go on. That's where evolution starts. Not in perfection, but in persistence. Not in applause, but in effort. The fire within doesn't need validation. It only needs consistency. The toughest opponent you'll ever face doesn't live outside of you. It's not in the weight rack. It's not the guy next to you lifting more. It's the one inside your head, whispering that you've done enough, that it's okay to stop, that maybe this isn't worth it. That voice is a liar. Because every time you silence it with one more rep, you grow stronger than yesterday. You build discipline where doubt used to live. You become unstoppable where fear used to control you. This journey is not about muscle alone. It's about conquering yourself. When the body screams no, but the mind answers yes, that's where the pulse of power grows louder. The iron doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care who you are, how you feel, or what you've been through. It only responds to effort. It only rewards consistency. When your hands wrap around that cold steel, you're entering a truth zone, where fake effort dies and real strength is born. Iron is honest. It doesn't flatter. It tests. And every test you pass leaves its mark on your soul. The iron becomes more than metal. It becomes a mirror. It shows you who you are when you're pushed to your breaking point. And if you have the courage to look deep enough, you'll see something raw, real, and unshakable. Pain is not your enemy. It's the architect of your growth. It builds you, sculpts you, transforms you. Without it, there's no evolution. The people who run from pain stay the same. But those who embrace it, those who use it, they evolve. Pain teaches you what comfort hides. It exposes your limits, then dares you to go beyond them. Every drop of sweat is a line of progress written in silence. Every ache, every burn, every tremor in your muscles, it's your body learning to endure what once broke you. You don't chase pain. You learn from it. You listen to its language and let it carve out the warrior you were meant to be. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. You won't always feel ready, inspired, or strong. But discipline, that's the key. It doesn't rely on feelings. It's forged in decisions. You don't need to feel like doing it. You just do it. Because discipline builds when motivation disappears. Discipline is waking up when you want to rest. It's showing up when your mind says stop. It's doing the work not for the reward, but for the evolution. When discipline takes over, nothing can stop you. You don't negotiate with weakness anymore, you dominate it. The world might not notice your grind today. They might not see the early mornings, the sore nights, the internal battles. But the results, they'll speak for you. Greatness doesn't scream. It echoes. And that echo will reach places words never could. The echo of your effort, your resilience, your transformation, that's the sound of your legacy. You don't need to be the loudest in the room. You just need to be the most relentless. You were not meant to fade. You were not meant to live quietly in the background of your own story. You were born to rise. Again and again, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Every scar, every failure, every broken piece of you, it's not a mark of defeat. It's a badge of endurance. It's proof that you stood in the fire and refused to burn out. This is where your real evolution begins. Not in perfection, not in applause, but in the raw moments when you choose to rise again. Because rising isn't a one-time act, it's a lifestyle. Every day you rise. Every time you hurt, you rise. Every time you feel unseen, unheard, unappreciated, you rise. You rise because the pulse of power within you doesn't understand surrender. It only knows one rhythm: forward. There's something sacred about starting again. It's not weakness. It's wisdom. Because you've been through the storms before. You've felt the weight of the world and still found the courage to lift. That's the warrior's pulse, quiet but unrelenting. It beats inside those who never stop believing in the power of one more try. When others run from the pain, you walk straight into it. Because you've learned that growth doesn't hide in comfort. It hides behind effort. And when the world says you've had enough, your heart whispers, just one more rep. That's where greatness is built, in that whisper. You see, every time you fall and rise again, you're reborn. Not as the same person, but as something stronger, sharper, more defined. You don't need anyone to tell you you've changed. The mirror already knows. Your body carries the story of your evolution. Your calluses, your veins, your scars, they speak louder than words ever could. Each drop of sweat carries the DNA of your persistence. Each breath in the gym is another declaration that you refuse to give up. Because while others search for shortcuts, you've learned to respect the long road. The grind. The repetition. The pain that forges power. The iron doesn't lie. It doesn't flatter. It doesn't care about your mood or your excuses. It only speaks the truth, the language of effort. And when you pick it up again, after failure, after pain, after doubt, you're speaking that truth louder than any words could. You're saying, I am still here. I am still fighting. I am still evolving. Every rep is a sentence in your story. Every lift, a paragraph of resilience. Every session, a chapter in the book of your becoming. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize something powerful. You didn't just build muscle. You built a mindset. You built the will to rise through anything. There will be nights when you question everything. When progress feels invisible. When the mirror doesn't show what your heart is fighting for. Those are the nights that separate the dreamers from the doers. Because while the weak wait for motivation, the strong create it. They build it rep by rep, breath by breath, in silence. You don't need the world to clap for you. You just need to keep moving when no one's watching. Because silence is the forge where true warriors are born. And when you rise from that silence, stronger than before, that's your proof. Physical strength is only the beginning. The real transformation happens inside. It's when you stop comparing and start becoming. When you stop chasing numbers and start chasing growth. When your purpose becomes deeper than appearance. When it becomes about becoming unstoppable. That's the strength that changes everything. That's the power that echoes beyond the gym. It shows up in your discipline. In your patience. In your ability to stay calm in chaos, focused in storms, unshaken in uncertainty. That's the strength no one can take from you. Because it's not built on approval, it's built on will. Look in the mirror, not to judge, but to understand. The person staring back is not the same one who started this journey. They fought battles no one saw.